friends, happy Friday. So on Fridays we go live here at Wild Birds Unlimited in Joliet to tell you what's new, what's happening at the store, what's happening out in nature. So we're gonna talk tonight. Real quick, I'm gonna go over our events, then we'll share some of our new items that have come in. I know you guys love that, so we'll definitely go over some of those new things. And then we're gonna hit on a question that was asked from another viewer about what birds do at night, and or even ask the question, do birds sleep? So we're going to answer that tonight. So stay tuned and listen in for all those answers and what's happening at the store. This weekend is specifically tomorrow, the 28th, Saturday, is the last day for our Daily Savings Club extended sale. So if you're a Daily Savings Club member, you guys get 15% every day that you come and shop with us in store or online. But during seed sale months, we give DSC members extended sales. So for the whole month of February, you guys were receiving 15% off plus your additional 5% off, which is a really wonderful way to save during the month of February and stock up on all those bird food products that I know you love and your birds love to help them out, finish out winter strong. So if you are DSC members, tomorrow's the last day, so either stop in or place an order online and save that extra 5%, almost close to 20% off of your purchases for bird food products on the last day of our bird food sale for you DSC members. Also happening tomorrow, we have a local Girl Scout troop that will be coming here to do a cookie booth sale. So if you are going to be here, they will be here from 11 to 2. So stop by and check out their wonderful, delicious Girl Scout cookies. I was a Girl Scout member, a Girl Scout back in the day, so it kind of brings back really good memories. I know there's a picture out there somewhere of me in a Thin Mint cookie costume on the side of a road in downtown Lisle, trying to grab attention for our cookie booth. But I always had a great time with that and camping, and that's really where I started my passion for nature and just being out in wildlife, was through my time in the Girl Scouts program. So kudos to you Girl Scouts out there, young and old. Thank you for all that you do for our community and for the young kids that are, getting into nature and great things that the Girl Scouts and Boy Scouts do as well. But also I wanted to talk about some things that are coming up for March, because March is coming up real quick, and before we know it, Sunday hits and boom, we're into March. So I wanted to kind of hit on a few things that are happening early in March that you might be interested in. I would love for you to take advantage of this. And some of these events. But on the 7th, which is the first Saturday of March, we have 2 awesome events going on. First off, we have Grace's Gnomes. She is a young lady with Down syndrome local to our community. She makes these adorable little gnomes. So she is going to be coming from 10 to 2 on Saturday, March 7th, to share her collection of gnomes, and you can purchase from her. All of her profits go obviously to helping her business, but also she donates to a lot of charities. So really great group. I love having Grace and her mom come to the store. So she'll be here from 10 to 2. Also happening on the 7th is our Cash for Trash event. So we're bringing it back. If you remember, maybe 2 years ago, because I haven't done it since at least for a year. And how that works is, you bring in your plastic bag. So I'm going to show you one that's an example. Like this kind of 5-pound bag is an example. 20-pound bags, the small little bags. And all those bags you can bring back into the store. We ask that they are turned inside out and shaken from all the debris. But what we do is we collect all that, and it's going to be donated to a group, a local Park District, and because they are doing a Trex recycling challenge. And how it works is they're collecting recyclables, and that recycled plastic is being turned in. They weigh it, and they get credit. And each time that they are inputting that amount, they are getting points towards a bench. So it's a really great way to support our big Save the Songbirds, one of our challenges to recycle and use less plastics, be more sustainable. So we are collecting plastics here at the store. Now we collect plastics every day. Excuse me, I have a slight cold going on. We collect plastics every day. If you have plastics that, because most of these plastics, this number 7 plastic that these seed bags are in, is actually not recyclable in most of your normal pickups for recycling. So as a result, we do collect that plastic here, and we do turn it into other groups that, or organizations that do collect those plastics and can turn it into a big recycling plant. So that is how we normally handle plastics. But when we do have a local group, whether it be a school or a park district or other organization that are doing these challenges, as plastic collection challenges, we of course want to partner with them and help them out with their challenge. So on Cash for Trash event, I'm not joking, the last Cash for Trash event, we collected 3 huge bags, like huge garbage bags filled with plastic bags. So that's really wonderful, and I know it does a big help for these groups. So that is what we are doing. How it works is you bring in your plastic bags, hopefully turned inside out and clear of the debris, and then we, in exchange for your plastic bags, will reward you with bird bucks. So we are going to reward you $1 a bird buck for each bag that you bring in, up to $5. So we can put that on, if you're making a purchase that day, we can apply that right to your purchase, or we can put it on your account for later use. But that's basically what it is, and that's how we're doing that. More details are on our website if you want more information there. Other things that are happening in March, we have a whole bunch of them, and they're all listed on our website. I believe also Facebook has all of our events currently for March. But the next one that comes up is our monthly bird outing in March. Is happening at 9 a.m. All right, because we're moving to our spring sessions. And normally in the fall and winter, I kind of move the time back to 9:30. But when we are in spring, we want to be out early because the birds are out earlier as daylight starts sooner. So we're starting at 9 a.m. We're meeting at the same spot at Rock Run at the Black Road Access, meet in the parking circle, and we can go over things from there. But yeah, we have lots of things happening in the month of March. We have Wings and Talons returning. We have a feeder swap event. Lots of stuff happening. There's going to be a presentation on goldfinches. So if you like all that information, definitely either check out our website and under store events, or go to our Facebook page here and go into our events tab, and you can see all of our listed events right on Facebook. Before I go into our big question for tonight of what birds do at night, or what do they sleep, how does that all work, I want to go over a couple new things that we have gotten in, because spring has sprung and we're getting a lot of good things in, and I want to share some of these with you. And the first thing I want to share is something that's not totally new, but it is returned back, and I'm really excited because many of you are asking about seed wreath holders. So you may remember that I showed off our seed wreaths, and these do have a little net that comes with them that you can hang the wreath in. But we have gotten in our seed wreath feeders. So these perfectly fit the seed wreaths inside, but you can also put a number of other things in this feeder. We could put suet balls in it, you could put nesting material in it. There's really a bunch of things that we can utilize cool feeders like this one, but they also make a perfect pair for a gift if you're looking for an early Mother's Day gift, or something for Easter, or just welcome home gift, whatever it may be. You need to make someone smile. This makes a great pairing for a great gift. So I want to let you know that those are back in stock. Also coming back, we have Spinfinity spinners. These are those really, really cute. I'll show you. I have a couple that I brought over here just to show you how cool they are. So these guys are back in stock. See, how cool is that one? The Monarch. Some of these are holographic and they kind of move as they spin. These small ones all come with a spinner and a tail, which is really fun. I also have the hummingbird. The hummingbird flies. How cool is that? Same with my, yeah, see how cool is that? That snowy owl. I love that one too. But we also have other ones. We have large ones too. And these large ones do not come with, say, a tail, like this little tail here. But they can be purchased together. So here is one. This is actually a 3D one. You can tell the hummingbirds are kind of sticking out and they look not totally flat. It looks really, really cool. But I'll spin it for you just so you can kind of get the idea of them. They are super, super popular. I think we sold out of them last year. So they are back in stock. And I will show you some of the other styles of those large ones that we have, just so that you know what we have in stock if you're looking for some new outdoor decor. So this is the one I just showed you, right? I just showed you that large one. It's 3D. This one is that, like I have this small hummingbird that flies. It is a large one, and you could add a tail. I have some really great tails, and I'll show you those as well. Here's a large monarch. How cool is that? I love these ones, and I love the colors in this one. That green and purple and gold are so beautiful. And then I have cardinals as well. So the cardinals also fly, and I have one that's more of a flat one that's pretty popular. It's our regular cardinal with the female as well. So really, really popular. I'll show you some of these cool large tails that we have gotten in as well. Check out these guys. They're beautiful. We have some that are red, some that are green, some that are clear. We have purple ones as well. Lots of different tails to make some excellent decor for your yard. So those are back in stock, which are super fun. Also, we have gotten in brand new is we have some new quilled earrings. So you may have remembered we had gotten in those new quilled bookmarks last year, but they have earrings now. How cool are those? So they are all made out of paper quilled. How cool are they? It's cardinals. We have goldfinches. My mom was wearing these blue jays today. I don't even know if I can get them close enough so that you can see all the quilling detail, but they are absolutely so stunning. Chickadees as well. There's probably a bird style for every bird lover out there. So definitely come check those out. Those are brand new as well. And you may have seen my reel, but we have some new stake spinners, wind spinners that are here in the stores. We've been showing these outside lately, and I want to kind of show them off too. We have the hummingbird here. We have a small one that also comes in a blue jay as well as our big guy that's shown as the blue jay, and he also comes in a cardinal as well also. Come check them out. They're going to be out front of the store, but we have plenty in packaging ready to go home with you if you so choose. Take one home. They all need a good home. Also new, we have, yes, I see him. He's kind of checking in on me here. We have some really awesome door decor. And these could be really yard decor too. But you know those geese that get dressed up, they are so back and so popular. And we have our own set here at the store. They are a metal and they have some weight to them. So they're not going to just fly off. No pun intended, but they do sit really nice. But if you need to stake them in your grass, you can do so. But these geese come with many different outfits, and we have a couple to show you here for spring. Here is one that I dressed up in a raincoat. How adorable. Look at that hat, guys. He's so cute. But all of these that we have, he can stay right here. He's just so cute. I have a couple different outfits that we brought in. We have the watermelon also with a cute little watermelon hat. Like, look at that. How cute is that? But also for our big patriotic year, this year we have a Uncle Sam outfit as well. So cute. These are been like super popular. These are one of our big vendors that we get a lot of our garden decor from. Has told us that we got the word that the geese are back and they're making a big comeback. So if you've been seeing a lot of them with your friends and out in your neighborhood, that is why they have all come back. They are big and popular. And they can be changed out seasonally. So we will be getting a couple different outfits for these cute little geese, your porch geese, throughout the season. So stay tuned for more on our cute geese and their cute outfits to come in as the season goes on. Also, what else? We did that. Okay, so I think that's all I'm going to show you for new items. We have quite the amount of things that are new here. I can't take up the whole time to show you all of our new items, but you got to come in and check out all of our array of great new items that have come in so that you see them firsthand and get to hold them. I know I'm a person that I like to window shop from online, but I like to actually go in and touch and see how they are, feel how they are going to work in my yard. So come on in and see how that is all going to play out here. Next, I want to talk about what birds do at night. Do they sleep? Ask those questions because that was a big question, and I have had people ask me that question before as they come here at the store. And as your local experts, I'm here to answer those questions for you. Let me quickly use those kids and they're cold they love to share. They love to share. All right, so let's get to it. What birds do at night. Now, obviously, depending on the type of bird, they might be a little bit different. But let's talk basics. All right, so some birds are doing different things at night, right? Sometimes, depending on if they are day flyers or night flyers. Let's start there. So night flyers, we're talking about our nocturnal birds. Say owls, nighthawks. There are many different nocturnal birds out there. But for the most part, nocturnal birds are, awake during the night when most other birds and humans are sleeping. They're awake hunting, living large lives, big lives at night. But during the day, they're doing something else and they're sleeping. And usually they're finding that safe, quiet spot and they close their eyes to block out the light and they take their snooze. But other birds, like most other birds, are diurnal, meaning that they're awake during the day and asleep at night like us humans. They are doing something much different. And many times they are fluffing up those, especially the down feathers, which is underneath those slick outer feathers. And then they tuck in their bare parts. And the bare parts include their bills and their feet. So oftentimes they kind of look like their head is tucked in, sometimes in their back wings, and they have one leg tucked up close to their belly. So it looks kind of like they're perching or standing on one leg as they're asleep. And why do they do that? Well, because the down feathers is warmth. It traps in that warm air. So what they're doing is they're putting all their bare parts as close in, tucked under those nice warm down feathers to keep warm. And that helps them fall asleep. But then it comes to the question of, well, when birds are like, the cardinals, your chickadees, all those birds, when they're sleeping and they're perching on that branch, do they fall off? Well, we kind of answered that last week, right? We talked about how when the bird is placing its weight on its feet, the muscles in the leg actually force the tendon to keep the foot closed and grasped. So even if they only have one foot out there, and because the other leg is tucked up because they're trying to take a nap, they are able to hold on with full grip, so they won't just slip off and fall off. So they are completely safe doing their one-legged stand as they sleep. But many of them do that. They find a place to perch and they sleep. And I want to show you some pictures here to kind of show you what I'm talking about. So here is a great example of waterfowl, because waterfowl actually do things a little bit different. Because not all birds perch on a branch to sleep. Some of them, like waterfowl or even shorebirds, will sleep really close to the water, even in the water, like partially submerged. So it's pretty cool. But this one, as you can see, she's got her head tucked up behind the back of her feathers, tucked into that down feather, and she's also standing on one leg, meaning that other leg is tucked up to her belly so that she can stay nice and warm as she sleeps. Kind of cool, huh? These are some other great photos too, because I thought they were some of our key players that we like to talk about all the time. This is a downy woodpecker. Yes, clinging to the branch vertically, sleeping. Again, you can see that it's tucked its head and its bill into its back feathers so that it can take a little nap and stay warm. This is a cardinal up here, and you can see that he's also taking a nap in that with its head into its back feathers, staying warm. And another great example of a hummingbird who does a great job of perching on branch limbs, totally asleep. When you come in, if you can ask for this photo, it'll be on the back table here behind the counter, and you can see the photo, and its eye is actually closed. You can see the one eye, and you can see it's totally shut and closed. But yeah, so not all birds will just sleep on branches. Like we said, waterfowl and other shorebirds will actually kind of stay close by the water, sometimes even in the water sleeping. Pretty crazy. Chimney swifts are another kind of cool bird. They migrate in, and they're kind of, part of, you often see them with the swallows, kind of hanging out in the air, flying around, eating insects. But they also do a really cool thing where they actually oftentimes, in fact, they got their name because they nest often in chimneys, hence why we call them chimney swifts. But they actually have been known to also cling inside chimneys and sleep there too, which is pretty different. Not exactly a branch, but still a great way to find a great spot to sleep. But and that seems pretty crazy, right? It's not the typical way we would think. They don't take the blanket and put it over them and go to bed, use a leaf for a pillow. They are doing something completely different. But then comes the question, so do birds actually get a good night's sleep? I mean, there's so much to worry about out there, right? They have to constantly be aware of predators. There could be noisy neighbors, or maybe noise in the neighborhood that's keeping them awake, or maybe even the weather, whether it's a really extreme cold or it's a storm. There's a lot of things that can actually keep birds from sleeping a long all night through. So they don't actually get a good night's sleep like you and I might think a good night's sleep would be. But birds actually do get quite a bit of energy from sleeping, just because they're taking actually short little cat naps. Right? So most birds just sleep a small little portion, small periods of time, and that is, in their fact, a good night's rest for them. So some birds even can sleep with one eye open. Isn't that crazy? So actually half their brain is off and half their brain is on. So they're totally capable of being awake. In fact, some good examples of this are our waterfowl. They're almost notorious for sleeping with one eye open and one eye closed, and they are completely aware of their surroundings. And if a predator or something startles them awake, they're able to act quickly and get out of the way or go into flight. In fact, some birds are even known to sleep while flying. Yeah, believe it or not. So there's actually a bird called the alpine swift, and they have been reported to fly nonstop for 200 days during migration and sleep while in flight, which is kind of mind-blowing if you ask me. So it's pretty incredible. Our birds do quite a lot of cool things, and one of them I think was a really great question, what they do at night and how they sleep. It's actually pretty interesting. They're not quite just like a human behavior, or they don't tuck in for the night and sleep all the way through. Most of the time they're up and down, up, awake and asleep, awake and asleep, because just due to the nature of being wild. There is a lot of things to look out for, so there's that. And I also want to mention that there are cases where birds such as robins may sing at night. And you may be wondering, why are they singing at night? Well, it's the same thing as when they sing in the day. They're singing to proclaim territory, or tell others that this is their territory, or even to attract a mate. So as we move into this spring, where nesting season is upon us, just be mindful that more noises are going to be out there, and give a little thought to the birds that are sleeping out there tonight, and all the trouble that they have, the things that they have to work for to get that good night's sleep. But know that when they wake up, they have you and your wonderful feeders to keep them healthy and happy and coming back for more. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Don't forget, tomorrow is the last day for our Daily Savings Club extended sale. The Girl Scout cookie booth will be here from 11 to 2 p.m. And we have a lot of March events coming up, so be sure you check our Facebook or our website to find out more information about all of those. All right, guys, we'll see you next Friday. You guys have a great weekend, and we'll see you next Friday around 5:30 p.m. to go live and tell you what's new, what's happening at the store, and what's happening out in nature. All right, bye now.